All right, guys, what's going on? Jamie here. Just wanted to do another video for you guys. And of course, the Manor Farm is launching tomorrow. So we're going to go into some details about that. Then I'm going to go over kind of the bigger picture as far as what the transition is going to look like over the next 2 weeks as we move into layer two. Not to get ahead of ourselves, obviously, because layer one is launching tomorrow, but I think you definitely need to have a bigger picture so you know exactly what's happening. That way you can formalize your strategy, right? Also, we'll go over drip, price of drip, what's going on over there, and then obviously wherever this video takes us. So that being said, do want to remind you guys that everything I talk about on my channel is not financial advice. You should definitely do your own research, do your own due diligence. If you do decide to get in and you're okay with risk, only put in what you can afford to lose. Also follow me on Telegram. I will leave a link for that down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, hit subscribe, hit the little bell icon so you'll get notified straight away whenever I do a brand new video. So that being said and out of the way, let's take a quick look at drip real quick, and then we'll cover the Manor Farm, what's going on tomorrow, and then continue, our deep dive into the white paper, because I did a video. The video before the last one I did went over the Manor Farm, the Rev token. I want to talk a little bit about the native token for layer two here and why you want to get in and try to accumulate as many Rev tokens as you can so you can position yourself as we move into layer two of the farm. Now, that being said, going into the farm, it's totally optional. You don't need to go into the farm if you don't want to. Of course, the faucet alone is standalone. You can get into the faucet and make, the faucet itself is, super powerful in and of itself. You don't even have to get into the garden. You don't have to get into the farm. Now, if you have profits from the faucet or you want to get into other things and maybe, have more income streams coming from this ecosystem, which is not a bad thing. That's what I'm doing. Then yeah, you can get into all of them. But I've had people ask me, do I have to get into all these things? Can I just focus on the faucet? Yes, you can just focus on the faucet if you want to, because this in and of itself is super powerful. It's been running seamlessly now for a couple of months. It's been, what is it? April is when it launched. So what is that? 8 months, 8 months and change, give or take. And it's been running strong. The price of drip during the, when it first launched was around $7, $7.50. You can see it's sitting right now at $81. Yesterday, I believe yesterday it hit almost $99. So this thing is, it's huge. It's huge. It's still a good time to get in, I believe, because again, it's just, it's a powerful thing. What makes this thing so sustainable? The different taxes. And anytime you do something on the platform, you're gonna get taxed. It's not a bad thing. It's just, you want to run a long running platform, then that's what you gotta accept, right? So for me, I have a pretty sizable account. I don't have the biggest account, but I have a pretty sizable account. And whenever I do something, I get a pretty heavy tax, but I just take the tax, keep it moving, because at the end of the day, we're profitable with this, right? We've taken out what we've put in initially, and it's all been profit, right? And I didn't get in during the private sale of drip. I didn't have any special perks or anything like that. I got in, during the price of drip being $7.50 is when I got in. And it's been tremendous. It's been tremendous. So again, I've rehashed how this works already, so I don't think I need to cover that. If you want to get in and use my buddy address, I will leave a link down below. If not, no worries. But this thing has been running pretty smooth. You can see right here with the current price of drip, we have over 2 million deposited in this account. And the account that I'm focused on building is this one here. This is over 1.1 million deposited on this account as well. So this is the account that I'm focused on, because that original account, even though I'm still, it's still running and it's still active, I'm still going to be doing airdrops from it, all that good stuff. It is going to be maxing out pretty soon. So anyway, that being said, yeah, we'll talk about airdrops in another video. Actually, you know what? I'll mention it on this video real quick. Obviously, whenever I do an airdrop, I've never done an airdrop where I haven't had people hit me up over on Telegram saying, hey, I didn't get an airdrop, or you're screwing everybody because you're not getting, some people are not getting airdrops. If you have a net positive account, you're going to get an airdrop. And as far as the criteria, it's going to be different all the time. But if you're building your account, all you got to do is focus on building your account. Now, obviously for people that have, bigger deposits, like, people that have 100 drip or more deposited, going to be doing airdrops for people like that. And for people that have less, right? And obviously with the price of drip, increasing over the last couple of months, for people that can't afford to come in with 100 drip, if you come in with less, that's fine, but you have to refer people. So there's two types of airdrops I'm going to do. There's either people that have bigger deposits and maybe they're not referring people, and also people that have smaller deposits, but they're referring people, right? So again, if you'll fit into one of those two categories, people that maybe they don't have the funds to get in at 100 drip to deposit into their account, maybe they're coming in with way less, but if they're referring people, I'm also going to reward them because they're spreading, the drip gospel, right? They're talking to people about drip, they're spreading the news, they're onboarding new people. Those people need to get rewarded also. So you have a smaller deposit, but if you're referring people, you're gonna get airdrops as well. As a matter of fact, the last airdrop I did was for people that were referring people, and I don't even think I put a requirement on how much drip they put in. I got to double check that. You can check that out for yourself if you want. But those are the two type of airdrops that I'm going to be doing moving forward. And of course, I'm going to be doing different things. It's always different, right? It's always different. But if you want to, position yourself to get airdrops, be net positive, and obviously just continue to build your account. Okay. So that being said, let's take a quick look at the Manor Farm. Give me 1 second. Okay. So this is going to be launching tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. So January 4th, 11 a.m. Eastern is when this thing is going to be launching. Okay. If you want to get into the public sale right here, this is going to go live tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. Can't guarantee that you're going to get in. You're going to have to try to get in. And even if you don't get in on the public sale and you have to buy it on PancakeSwap, I believe there's going to be opportunities for you to get in at a nice price point, because anytime there's a new token that launches, it always comes up, and then there's always a little bit of a correction because some people sell. Not obviously there's a strategy here that incentivizes people to hold, but of course not everybody will do that, so people will sell. So even if you miss the public sale, if you have to get it on PancakeSwap, I believe there's going to be opportunities, but you got to be paying attention. You got to be looking at the price, right? And then the farms and the pools are going to be launching as well. These farms, okay, you're going to need to create LP tokens, stake those tokens, and you can start farming. You're going to be earning Rev tokens, okay? These pools as well. This is the safe house right here, right? Probably the safest pool you can get in. You can just basically take your Rev tokens you get in the public sale, or if you get it on PancakeSwap, or Rev tokens you're farming, you could put it over here and just simply earn BUSD, okay? You can take that BUSD, put it into the drip liberation, get some LP tokens, throw that into the garden. All of this is going to be connected if you want to play it that way. If not, totally up to you as well. But yeah, the farms, the pools, the public pre-sale, or the public sale rather, it's going to be tomorrow at 11 a.m. So if you're interested in that, you can get in. So before we go into some of that stuff, let's take a quick look here. This right here is the audit, Paladin audit for Manor Farm. It was done on the 30th of December. If you want to check out the audit, you can go ahead. I'll post this in my Telegram. That way you can take a quick look at it. If not, no worries, because some of you guys may not be too into this, but some of you guys that are, you can check this out for yourself. There were no issues whatsoever based on Forex Shark's post. There was no, There was nothing malicious that was found, and you can check all this stuff for yourself. So again, it's 41 pages. I'm not going to go over it on this video. But yeah, all this stuff is right here for you to take a quick look at. Also, this was posted. This was pretty cool. I think they posted this last night or this morning. I'm not exactly sure. Forex said I'm preparing for an interview today with Juvier's Gems, a YouTuber with over 1 million subscribers. So again, that's going to create a ton of exposure. Says also we have the first massive crypto streamer from our Focus Visual deal, who has over 851,000 subscribers. He's producing a video about drip, which will be up tomorrow. And again, that's going to be pretty big as well. It's going to create a ton more exposure. This is important. This is an important breakthrough because about 90% of our traffic to drip is US based. And K Manu S88, along with the other Focus Visual streamers, are Spanish speakers based in Latin America. This will be one of our first major breakouts outside of the US. So you think about that, most of the traffic is coming from, US. This hasn't even, this hasn't even taken off much in Latin America or Asia. I mean, there's so many people that could still on board onto this that it's pretty crazy. We're still in early days, I think, with drip. But yeah, this is great stuff. This is all, big for the community and obviously big for the token. So real quick, guys, like I said, I did cover a lot of this in the video before last. We talked about the Manor Farm. Again, review the white paper on your own. If you're going to get into anything, I definitely recommend you do your own due diligence. But essentially, this is what's going to happen. The L1 to the L2 transition. After 14 days, the revolution will have to come to a conclusion, and the animals will take full ownership of the farm. So again, this is going to launch tomorrow. It's going to run for 2 weeks. Okay, it's going to run for 2 weeks. During those 2 weeks, the name of the game is to try to accumulate as much Rev tokens as you can, either through farming or simply just buying. Right. When the countdown hits 0, the initial liquidity that was added to L1 by the dev team will be removed, and all Rev tokens the developer wallet has accumulated will be sold into the market for BUSD. This BUSD, which is removed from the L1 liquidity pool, will then be utilized by the L2 farm. I covered this last time, so I'm not going to go too much into it. But like I said, yes, the name of the game is try to accumulate as much Rev tokens as you can. Why? Because you can take those Rev tokens and buy into the L2 pre-sale. And if you use Rev, you are going to get a discount. Okay. Let's see here. All right. So this right here. Participants who contribute L1 Rev tokens to the pre-sale will earn a 20% bonus on their L2 tokens, meaning they will receive 20% more tokens per USD value than those who contribute BUSD to the pre-sale. So there is an incentive to not sell your Rev. If you want to, you could, but again, there's an incentive to not sell your Rev because you can take those Rev tokens and essentially get a 20% bonus on your purchase of the L2 token during the pre-sale. That's 20% profit immediately just by using Rev tokens to buy into it. If you don't have Rev tokens, of course, you can use BUSD, but again, they are rewarding people who use Rev. And again, that's to hold the token price so people don't dump it, right? Due to the mechanics of the platform, such as the high multipliers on the Rev pools and farms, zero tax on Rev pools and farms, the ability to stake your Rev to earn BUSD on the single asset pool, and the 20% bonus on the L2 pre-sale for entering with Rev tokens. There are heavy incentives to buy and hold the Rev token for the whole length of the L1 revolution, those 2 weeks. Okay, participating in the L2 pre-sale will allow you to acquire both dogs and pigs. Those are the names of the 2 tokens for L2. Those who accumulate Rev tokens in L1 will secure themselves a major position in the ownership of the L2 farm. So if you want to be a whale in the L2 farm, start stacking up those Rev tokens. Again, this is all optional. If you don't want to get into this, you don't have to. So here, right here, we just go here, the farm mechanics. So this is what's going to happen. Again, I don't want to kind of get ahead of ourselves because again, the L1 is launching tomorrow, but this is what's coming, just so you know, because again, you need to know what's coming so you can formulate your strategy during the L1 part, right? So L2 is going to have 2 native tokens dogs and pigs. Both are innovative assets which balance each other perfectly and allow for a multitude of options for investors who want to take full advantage of the platform. Dogs can be earned in all farms and pools, and it's the primary farm reward token for the L2, right? The animal farm. L1 is the Manor Farm, L2 is the animal farm. Pigs can be farmed exclusively in the Dogs BNB, Dogs BUSD, and Drip BUSD staking contracts, as well as the Dogs single asset staking pool. Restricting pigs rewards to those four options limits the supply of pigs tokens and also creates demand for staking dogs and adding liquidity to dogs. Instead of dumping dogs on the market, farmers can stake dogs to earn a greater share of the platform through utilizing their pigs reward. If this sounds foreign to you, essentially what they're trying to do is they're putting things in place so people don't dump the tokens. Because typically in a farm, and we've been in a ton of farms. If you've been on this channel, probably been in a bunch of farms. There was a point in time where all we were doing was talking about farms. Every single one of these farms has a little time of profit, and then it all dumps because people just start selling the native token, right? What they're trying to do, what Forex Shark and the team here is trying to do, is they're trying to incentivize people to, not dump these tokens so that the farm lasts longer. Okay, so in theory, it's a better way to farm. Of course, we're going to see how this plays out, but that's the game plan. Our strategic partnership with the Drip community allows farmers to stake Drip BUSD on layer 2 to earn pigs, creating a new exclusive use case, new demand for Drip while removing Drip from circulation. Layer 2 pigs are the governance token of the platform. Staking pigs allows you to be an owner of the farm. Dogs are the native farming token on L2 and are earned in all farms and pools to various degrees. Dogs have a 6% base tax on all transactions and an additional 3% tax on selling. So this just goes over, as far as the tax goes, where does that go? It goes to some of the stakers. A portion of it also gets burned. Here's a little bit on the deposit fee, right? The emission rate. Again, I'm not going to cover this word for word. You can check this out all for yourself. But essentially, during the phase 1 of this, the layer 1, which is the Manor Farm, which launches tomorrow and for the next 2 weeks, the name of the game is to accumulate as many Rev tokens as you can, so you can take those Rev tokens and get into the layer 2 pre-sale, get a 20% bonus because you're using Rev, and by doing so, you can get as many of the native tokens for layer 2 as you can, and then you can farm and stake those tokens, and then make rewards for when you're on the animal farm. Okay, so check this out. I know this might sound a little bit complicated for you guys that are brand new to farming, and that's okay. You don't have to get into this. If you want something more of a set it and forget it type deal, the faucet is the way to go. Obviously, get yourself some drip, put it in, deposit it into the faucet, start earning 1% a day until you hit 365%. I mean, lots of interesting things are going to be happening for drip as we move into 22. We're already in 2022, but as time goes on, I've heard some people sent me a message that Forex was talking about, a loan on your drip that you have deposited. I mean, that's going to be crazy. I mean, obviously, if that happens, we don't even need to sell our drip, right? If they're going to be allowing us to take loans on the amount of drip we have deposited. But again, that's all coming up down the road. As far as what's happening right in front of us, tomorrow, 11 a.m., this goes live. So just wanted to give you a heads up, put this on your radar if you want to get into this. Totally up to you. Of course, take some time today to do some research over the white paper. That way you can formulate your strategy. If you have any questions, hit me up over on Telegram, or better yet, post it underneath this video. I'll do my best to answer it. As I mentioned in my last video, guys, I am not on WhatsApp. I'm only on Telegram. So if you have somebody hitting you up on WhatsApp or posting underneath this video that is imitating me, saying, hey, I'm on WhatsApp, come talk to me over there, that is not me. Just wanted to give you another reminder about that, because I repeat, I am not on WhatsApp. But yeah, just wanted to do a quick video. Maybe not so quick, but this thing is going live tomorrow, guys. I'll leave some links down below for you to check out. Again, follow me on Telegram, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. and I'll catch you on the next one. Talk to you soon, guys. Peace.